Alright, welcome everybody and welcome to this week's update for test client. As always, Wednesday is the test client update, and Friday morning for me is the real client update. So I'll be playing these two heroes I released, Luna and the other one that you can check out in my next video. I'll be playing them Friday morning as always. So right now it's going to be only preview of the hero, and as you can see, if you played Dota 1, the Luna Moonfang, it was Night Elf unit, by the way, from Warcraft 3. She looks pretty similar. There's a Panther, armored, everything. She's got the shield, helmet, the weapon, same weapon. So it looks pretty similar. So that's pretty nice. I'm not really sure about the colors. There's a lot of blue kind of things in Dota, but as you can see, she's got kind of like moon shine almost on her, like the avatar and even these things. There's little moonshine around her even, as you can see. It's like a vibrating. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's meant to be like that, but definitely something is going on with the moon. So I can kind of show you from every direction. It's kind of weird when she doesn't have boots. The Panther looks like he's jumping in a slow motion almost. Look at it. Alright, so let's go through the spells. It's very simple. There's nothing special about this. It's, two passives, two actives, and that's it. So, the first active, and something as a nuke for Luna, is Lucent Beam. And it's a targeted nuke. A nuke you can target, and it's a 1-unit nuke, and it does the damage, as you can see. 75, 150, 225, 300. Nothing special. What I like about this spell is that mini-stun. That will stop the movement. As you can see, it's called stun here, like a stun duration, but 0.6 seconds it's usually seen as a mini-stun. So, mini-stun, it can cancel the movement of the hero, so if somebody's hunting somebody, you go for the Lucent Beam, you stop his movement for a while. It can help. Of course, you can break casts or channeling spells, like the Enigma's ulti, Crixlis ulti, when he's channeling. So it's kind of useful for that. Somebody escaping, as you can see, the cooldown is 6 seconds. So you can spam it. If somebody's escaping, it's 0.6 seconds he's staying. Another 6 seconds, 0.6 seconds. So from 0.6 seconds, when you're hunting somebody, it can, go for like even 2 seconds stun almost in the end. You know what I mean? Like, so you can kind of catch to him over time with this. So it's kind of definitely useful. Now we have two passives. Moon Glaive. It's a passive ability that will, if you don't level it up, of course it doesn't work. That's kind of obvious. And by the way, I'm sorry if I'm saying something stupid, because I just woke up and Valve is releasing these updates really early. Like, I'm talking about 3 AM, so it's 3 AM here. So I'm sorry if I say something stupid. Okay, let's just go in. Moon Glaive. So this passive allows you or your attack to bounce. So if I attack this unit, the Moon Glaive, which is this weapon, I guess, it's gonna bounce to the next unit. Of course, if you leveled up more, it will bounce to next unit. So there's an amount of bounces. Of course, level 1 is 1 bounce, and up to level 4, which is 4 bounces. So what it does, as you can see, it bounces once. Alright. And it doesn't matter if there are only 2 units or if there are 4 units. It still will bounce between those 2 units. So if I leveled it up, meaning 4 bounces, okay, and I'll have 2 units, it will still do the 4 bounces. I mean, it should. Okay, I think I found first bug, because it has to be. It has to be 4 bounces. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be 4 units. That's kind of weird to me. Maybe it's reworked. I mean, I played Luna, like 2011. I want to say, but or no, I played Luna this year, I think. But the amount of bounces shouldn't be. There shouldn't be requirement for the units. 2 units is enough for 4 bounces. That's weird. And by the way, it should even bounce between, towers, maybe even Raxes if they are close enough. If this is the range, let me check, 500. It could be even bouncing between these guys. So, I don't think it works as intended right now. As you can see, it works even within denies. So any attack. So if somebody's running away, like here, you don't have range on him, and there are no creeps, only your creep, let's say. I know it's a situation like crazy, but still it can happen. You can do this and it will bounce to him and kill him. So keep in mind that every attack, even through denies, will do the bounce. I don't think it works right now. I think it doesn't work. I would have to try it in Dota 1, but it should bounce even between two units, like back and forth 4 times. That should be it. So we'll be talking about that. Of course, we'll be seeing that in a real client. That will be fixed, or the whole thing will be fixed. We'll see. The next thing is a Lunar Blessing, and this spell is usually what you want to level up on level 1, because it gives you 14 damage. Of course, 20, 26, and 31. It's a great bonus, a grants bonus for the even nearby allies unit. So it's passive, like it's not percentage wise, it's just a raw damage. It's just a number. That is what it's gonna give you and your allies. But in the beginning, you don't level it up like, you can level it up in the beginnings, but usually that one level, as you can see, you go from 0 additional damage to 14. And then of course it's not that good, because it's go from 14 to 20, so the damage is actually 6 only. But in the beginning, getting that 14 damage bonus, with some items, like few branches, you're gonna get so much damage, and it's much more easier to last hit. And you have to do it. Lunar Beam for 75 damage is not really worthy. So 75 damage and you have 14 damage on your attack. That's huge. That's really huge. You should level it up, in the beginnings, and it will help you immensely. Of course, it doesn't scale that much, because it goes 14, 20, 26, 32, so it scales by 6. So each level it's gonna give you 6 damage. In the beginning it gave you 14, so that's why it's better to level it up as a level 1. Alright? And the ulti, of course. A very dangerous ulti to be nearby, but it's kind of a, I guess, question if it's that good or not. Well, Luna is, by the way, Luna is not really picked even on publics in Dota 1, what I played. So in 2011, the whole time that I played only Dota 1, she was not really picked, and I was not really picking her. So I'm not really sure if it will work in Dota 2 or not. But I got my friends here. So what it does, the Lunar Beam, okay? I'm sorry, Lions, you'll probably die. It's basically ulti that is area. As you can see, there's a radius 675. Again, the radiuses aren't really showing. That's also a glitch bug, or not something that's not finished yet. It will be finished Friday morning for me. It will release beams, okay? That will come from a sky, like from moon, and it will hit the nearby enemies in this radius, okay? Unfortunately, or fortunately for the enemy, you cannot hit. As you can see, the beams are 4 level 1, 7 level 2, and 10 level 3, meaning level 16. And max hits on one unit. Okay, if you find somebody in the jungle, let's say, or just running by like a lion here, and you release it, it's not gonna hit him 10 times, it's gonna hit only 4 times, and then if there's no other unit, it's gonna cancel. So it's gonna do this. He's level 25. I'm gonna level it up so he doesn't die. It's gonna do 4 hits. 2, 3, 4, and that's it. As you can see, it still goes. So it doesn't disappear, but it's of course not beaming, because those were the 4 hits. That's it. But it's still beaming. So if somebody goes nearby, somebody new, it's still gonna hit him. And these intervals, as you can see, 0.6 seconds. Okay. It's still going. These are the hits that should be there. So if there's nobody in those, in that interval, that after 0.6 seconds, it's gonna hit like to nothing. It's gonna hit, but nothing is gonna happen. So if you're hunting somebody and he's running away, and he's running away effectively without that radius, you're losing basically those beams. If there's a group, of course it goes to the group. So probably the best thing are 2 enemies at the highest levels, because you can actually release 8 beams. Alright. Still not full. You will still have 2 beams left with the 2 enemies, so... You know, in a team fight it's pretty good, because you can kind of combo it with this. And still attacking. So it's kind of a passive thing that you just activate and you just go for it, you know? You go for your attacks, you go for your lucent beam, and you are just there as a huge presence, because this is bouncing, this is ulting all over the place, this is 6 seconds cooldown. So, it's definitely good, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure yet if it will mean something in Dota 2 right now. Alright, as you can see, pretty nice effects. I definitely like the weather. And by the way, it turns, if I'm not mistaken, Eclipse turns, yeah, day into the night for 10 seconds. So if you're playing against Balanar, that's kind of interesting, and it's a daylight. You ulti and he's got night, so be careful about that. Alright, this will be for Luna. Interesting hero, not really sure if she be, you know, if she's gonna be used that much. In Dota 1 I can tell you she wasn't, even on publics, so... One more thing, this, I don't think it works, like... The amount of bounces shouldn't be, you know, there shouldn't be requirement for 4 units. It should bounce between even 2 units 4 times. So I think this is actually pretty much wrong. We'll see, you know, we'll see. I think in the real game it will be fixed. So, thanks for watching. I'm gonna bring you after this one the next hero, which is, you know, you will see, you'll see.